All right, it is movie review time again. And I just finished watching the new Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind. Now, let me throw this out first. If you know anything about this movie, you know it's been dividing a lot of people, especially kind of along the different political spectrums. And I'm going to try and just review this just as a movie. We could probably spend lots of time discussing that aspect of this movie, but let's just talk about it as a movie in general. So this is based on a book that was written back in 2020, and it's about a family that goes on vacation, and one night the owners of the house show up, and they haven't realized that there's been some issues with their communication, their devices, like phones, stuff like internet, or they do notice, but they just think it's something, not out of the ordinary. And then there's a national emergency signal that goes out. And from there, of course, everything spirals out of control, and they're trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So I think it's a pretty effective thriller. Julia Roberts is in this, and I think she does a really good job, as do all the actors in here. One of the things that I really, really liked was the direction, how a lot of the shots were filmed. There was some really interesting framing. There were some really interesting angles. There was really some interesting camera movements. And I really liked how the director shot a lot of the film. Now, where it lost me, and I have not read this book, but I don't know the ending, or when it get to the third act, that's where it just started to kind of lose me. And I don't know if there was, again, not having read the book, how much they followed what was in the book, or, like sometimes movie people do, they kind of take some liberties with the source material. So I don't know how much they really changed it or how much it's followed the original ending of the book, but it had been fairly strong up to that point. And then for whatever reason, I don't know exactly how to explain it, it just started kind of losing me and losing the effectiveness of what they had led up to that point. So I don't like it, as much as I could have liked it, I think, if the ending had been done a little bit differently. So if you've not seen this, give it a chance. It could upset you. I don't know. I think a lot of it's going to depend on your background and what you bring into the movie. In reality is, how you feel about it in the end. But I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars.